everybody, this is Tammi C, the owner of Dreams Are a Reality. I created this channel to provide light and love. How you all doing? I'm doing really good. Had an amazing weekend. The weather here outside of Chicago was fabulous. I went on a long walk. Gotta post my wacky video. I look pretty goofy in it, but it's the life of Tammi C, so I'm gonna post it. My little 7-year-old great nephew recorded it for me. Today I want to change the topic a bit and talk about my MSW, Masters in Social Work journey. This was a request from a Masters of Social Work student, and she wanted to know how I navigated through that process. So I just want to tell you, hope I can help. Hope you come on board the social work train. I was a business major. I had my BA Organizational Management degree in 2002. I graduated in like 32. And so back in the day, I always knew I wanted to help others. I really wanted to do a welfare to work program, getting the people off welfare here in Chicago and to work. That was something I wanted to do in 1995. Before I say all of this, thank you, new subscribers. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. But thank you for all the love. Hit like and hit share, please. And thank you. So after getting my degree, I was disappointed because my thinking was getting a degree in organizational management. It kind of had an HR concentration. I thought I would get into HR. I always wanted to work in HR. HR is a field they don't like to give you opportunities. Back in the day, I don't know how it is now. I ended up in HR much later, but by that point I had my social work degree, so it was just a temporary pit stop. But that was my goal when I got my business, BA degree. That's what I'm trying to say, bachelor's of arts. So I began to be in therapy in 98. I was talking to my therapist and I told her, I said, I would love to be a therapist and help others. She said, you should go back and, well, by this point I had been talking to her for years, so I'm past my BA degree. She said, go back and get your master's degree. I was like, ugh. I never thought about getting a master's degree. It just wasn't in the cards for me. It wasn't on my mind. I was good. Because it took me a while to get my BA because I would stop and start and take one class here, and it was just this long journey. I got married, got divorced, still didn't have a BA, so I did a long journey to that degree. So, getting a master's degree just wasn't on my mind. Well, after shuffling papers in corporate, being overlooked, being underpaid, being laid off, I was like, I need to be happy and do something I truly enjoy. And so that's when I started really looking into social work in 2014. I looked at Dominican University. That's the university I ended up going to. I looked at Aurora University, and I think Northeastern is more north of where I live, and it wouldn't have been conducive traffic-wise. I always wanted to go in person, did not want to do online. Dominican was en route. It was like, east of me, and Aurora would have been west of me. So I ended up picking Dominican after I really looked at their program. I had taken some classes there when I was getting my BA at Concordia University. Concordia University is real close to Dominican. They're in the same suburb, and you can, I guess, you can walk. It'd be a nice walk. Yeah, but you can walk. So I know I took a psychology class at Dominican, and I really liked it better than Concordia. I didn't care for Concordia University. It just was an easy school to me, and it seemed like at that time when I went, the program was just, So anyway, this lady, I think I contacted Dominican, and she kept emailing me, we're having an orientation. You should come check it out. You should, was it an orientation or, informational session? You should check it out. I'm like, okay. Finally, I said, okay, I'm going to check it out. By the time I checked it out, she had went to a new job. But she was like, I'm leaving, but still, check it out. And I did. But what kind of stopped me initially, I still owed my old university some money. If you don't pay that money, you're not getting that transcript. So that was what I had to do. Pay that off. Once I did that, signed up, and I did the informational session. I loved it. And I was like, girl, you just gotta register and go for it. Mortified. I was 44 years old. I'm like, here we go. You in too deep now. And next thing you know, it's August 2015. I'm sitting in the classroom like, game on. So once I signed those student loan papers, it was over. I knew I had to show and prove. I was happy. I enjoyed my professors. They were dialed in. They were invested. It was just a beautiful program for me. It taught me about my own self. It made me think deep about becoming an elderly person. It made me think about, injustice in this world. It was a lot going on during that time. I think that was when Donald Trump was coming. I'm not gonna get political on here because I don't even want to go there. But it was a time of a lot of changes and a lot of things going on. So being in that program, I feel like it was exactly where I was meant to be. My schedule looked like this at first. I worked for US Cellular 40 hours a week. I went to school 2 nights a week, and sometimes I would do Saturdays too. So I was very busy. That was year 1. Second year is time for internships. My first internship was at a domestic violence shelter. So I did 16 hours a week for free. I repeat, do not do free internships. Make sure you get a paid internship. You are working, you should be paid for your time, your effort, your energy, and your gas. Do not do what I did. I did it twice. I did the dummy twice. Don't do that. Get paid. People will pay you for these internships, and you keep looking until you get a paid one. Don't do one for free. Anyhow, I did. And at the shelter, it was a good learning experience. It was, of course, transitional people. I think we had 20 beds. I can't quite remember. And children would be there with their mostly women, but sometimes we get a few men. Men get abused too. So we can't genderize that. Is that word, genderize? I did intake at the shelter. I answered the phones. I put out the dinner. I put out the toys for the kids. I'd help with resumes. I helped with job searches. I was outside sometime playing with the kids. I mean, you name it, we did it all. I met some really sweet people there, and I learned some good social work skills. I had the best, when I say the best manager, she was the sweetest lady. She's still alive, I pray. Yeah, but she's very sweet, very sweet. So that was a blessing to have someone as compassionate, as sweet as her. I love working under her. So that was that. So let me tell you how the week went then with the internship. I couldn't work full-time anymore because at this point I had to be at that shelter 2 or 3 days a week. I'm in class 2 nights a week. It's only so much a girl could do. So I ended up resigning in September 2016, lived off some of my savings. That was short-lived because when you have a savings like that, you blow through it paying those bills. So I ended up going, I said, you know what? I said I have to get back to work, not full-time. So I did like 30 hours at this company and did my internship and did my classes. I was a busy girl. After that, I began to do Uber in conjunction with the internship and my classes. Then after that, I made it to that next year where I had to do 22 hours. So I was at a mental health facility, unpaid. Don't do that. Get paid. And this mental health facility, it was severely mentally ill clients. Bipolar, schizophrenia, anxiety, grief, depression, you name it. It was some heavy cases, and I got some clients that really needed a lot of help. So it was a surefire way to get thrown into the fire. I learned my therapy notes there. I learned how to do treatment plans. To me, my supervisor was mediocre because when I spoke to other coworkers, interns there, the knowledge they were getting, I was not. So it wasn't fair. And so I hope and pray when you get your internship that you get supervisors that really are dialed in and they really want to help you, because that experience you're getting as an intern, and God knows I was doing it for free, that is going to transfer over to your full-time job. So all along, I knew I wanted to be a therapist. That was in the books. Some people are unsure, but it seemed like most people kind of knew. Like we had a lot of school social workers, but I knew I wanted to be a social worker / mental health therapist. So that was my specialty, mental health. Some did veterans, that was their specialty. Some did school social work. Some their focus, their concentration was the elderly population. So decide what you want to do. Now this is in 2015 through 2018. It's probably more sophisticated now. It's not that many years ago, but think about it. It's 9 years ago from 2015 to 2024 is 9 years. A lot has happened. Since COVID, the high demand for social workers, it has really increased. And people say, what exactly do social workers do? We work with veterans to help them get their benefits. When I had breast cancer twice, I had a social worker assigned to me. They helped me navigate through some of the processes, getting help with my billing, getting help with my my bills. She navigated, helped me to get someone to help me get assistance. They can assist you with transportation. They can assist certain people, like the elderly, with housing. Social workers do a lot. We are therapists. We work with the mentally ill in the school. It can be one social worker per hundreds of kids. I don't know if I'm exaggerating, but we only have one social worker at my grammar school. And of course, thank God they have me, so they send my girls that's in my program, which are 50 girls, they come to me when they have trouble. But we do a lot. So when people say, what exactly do social workers do? A lot. Don't shortchange us, because we are needed. I know I work hard. Ain't nobody giving me nothing. I work hard for my girls. If they have grief, I'm with them. I've talked to them. I get the workbooks. If they are sad, I'm checking in. I take my girls to play tennis in the summer. I take them on field trips, painting trips. I've taken them to escape rooms. I've taken them to ice cream parlors. I mean, I try to help. I get them letters of recommendation. I've done resumes. Whatever I can do to assist my girls, I will. When I was at the high school, I sent them off with college baskets. So with laundry, detergent, sheets, pillow, alarm clock, all that other good stuff. So our profession is very important, I think. After COVID, the practice I'm at, we were booked, and I've been booked ever since. I do it part-time, the therapy. I'm a counselor by day, so I stay booked part-time, and I'm grateful, but it's hard work that we do. So you decide what area you want to work in as a social worker. You can work for the VA, the government, and if it's about money, you can make money. You can make money in private practice. You can make money at the hospitals. You can make money at the VA hospital. You can make money, I'm trying to see what else. At some agencies. I work for an organization, and I do okay. So it don't have to be that. Don't believe the hype. You look for a job, you see $15 an hour or 19, don't apply, because that's too low for you. Go for the better paying positions. They are out there in social work. So don't listen to that. What else did I want to say? After graduation, I was a bit dismayed. Okay, so I'm 40, graduated 2018, 7 at this time. And my counterparts were 27. And they were getting jobs left and right. None African American, most of them. And hey, just keeping it real. Just keeping it real, dog. I wasn't getting hired. I have over 25 to 30 years of experience in corporate. I was administrative assistant, executive assistant, office manager. I worked in purchasing as a buyer for years. I know Salesforce, I know Excel, Word, PowerPoint, SAP. It's another one besides Salesforce that I used to do. PeopleSoft. I mean, I have an extensive background. And I know it wasn't social work, but I had the social work degree. I had the 2 internships, plus my corporate background, why wouldn't you hire me? What would make me unqualified? So I became very disturbed. Graduated May 2018. I did very well. I had A's, B's. I think my grade point average 3 point something. I can't quite remember. 3 point something. It was decent. It was very good. I got scholarship. Okay, let me back up. I almost quit. I was working part-time sometimes, and sometimes doing Uber. Money was getting tight. You know, I live alone, so I'm responsible for my rent. Things were getting tight, and I'm like, oh my God. I told my practicum professor, I am quitting. She goes, Tammy, how are you gonna quit and you only have 3 more classes? I was like, I gotta pay my rent. So at this point, it's October 2017. I'm like, if I have to stretch it out another few more months, I am, because I gotta pay my rent. Can't live in my car. And my family, they weren't gonna let me do that. So I kind of just shrugged my shoulders. So it's October 2017. I'm like, it is what it is. Can't squeeze blood out of a turnip. I don't have the money to pay rent. Gotta quit school and get it. Next thing you know, it's going into Thanksgiving, and I didn't even check my email that much like that. Something, God told me to check your email. Honey to the baby. I had a $10,000 scholarship. I hadn't even applied for it. They picked 15 of us that had a mental health concentration to do this pilot program. Your girl got $10,000. I always forget the number. Here we go with the bad math. I know I want to say 5 checks for $1,666 and like 67 cents. I kept those checks. I kept a picture of the check, and I kept that check because I was ready to quit. My rent was under $1,000, so that check covered every time I got that check, it covered my rent, and I had extra. And your girl graduated May 2018. So that's why I'm on here talking a lot about miracles, and you can have the life you want, and dreams are reality, because that was a miracle for me. I did not have the money to really finish school, and right at the nick of time, God gave me that money, because I didn't apply for no scholarship. I just got picked as one of those 15. Isn't that crazy? That's bananas. So if you want to go back to school, please do it. Please look into scholarships, especially if you are under 39 years old. I was in my 40s, so I looked at scholarships. I did not qualify because the age would be 18 through 39. I got one in the suburb I lived in for $750. They were so sweet. It was like a ladies club. It was so sweet. They took me out to eat. They were so sweet. I still have a picture with the lady that awarded me that scholarship and my school scholarship for $10,000. So did I get a grant too? Probably not. But anyway, not with that. But I got a grant like years ago. Please, please, please do scholarships. Please, if you are 18 to 39, they are out there for so many reasons. So, okay, so fast forward, graduated, and I'm like, I need a job in my field. I took this crappy job, the worst, dirty office, inside of an unemployment office. Ugh. And we had to help youth 18 to 24 in the manufacturing field. It was a good program. These poor kids, all they wanted to do was smoke weed. We could barely teach them for a few weeks. Then we put them in a manufacturing environment. One guy, he like scratched up this beautiful shellacked floor. He took the garbage can and drug it and put this scratch in their floor that cost them thousands of dollars. We only needed them to be in the program 5 weeks. One guy got to 4 weeks and 3 days and he quit. So you had 2 days left. So it was really hard to motivate these youth. And they did know, if you would just stay in this program, you can make $30 an hour learning some of these manufacturing machineries, the computer operated machinery things. Anyway, that's a whole nother subject. But after that, I had to go back to corporate. I was not happy. I went back to corporate. I got a job in HR. They hired me for an open enrollment. I never did HR, and it was a little tough because it was like call center style. It was only 4 of us, and good company. I like the company, sweet company. And so I did that October through December. They loved me so much. They offered me a permanent job. I took it because I needed benefits. They had bonuses, 401k. I just worked to stank out that job. Got great reviews. And baby, I got my job with Youth Guidance, who I work for now. And I was like, deuces. And so that was COVID. That was 2020 when I got hired. Virtually hired. Virtual counselor. Weird time. So we were pretty stoked to get into the school. And anyway, that was a high school. It was a bit challenging. It was. And now I'm at a grammar school. And it's going much better. So I want you to stay encouraged. It's not 2018 or 2020. We need social workers, males, African American males, all races males. We need you all so bad. We need males. We really do, especially for school and mental health. You are needed. We need all genders. You know, ladies, you know, we always need it. We need social workers. So go look into your program. My suggestions. So, yeah, I pretty much told you everything. But my suggestions are look into 3 to 5 schools. Again, look into 3 to 5 universities. I suggest that you go in person to class if your schedule allows. It gives you a more personal touch. You can be up close and personal with your professors. And especially if it's a smaller school. If you can't, you can't. And if you don't want to, you don't. So it's not that we don't need to go into a debate like, I know somebody went online, they did just fine. To each his own. I'm more of an in-person type person. I don't like online classes. They give you a bunch of work. It's not that I'm lazy. I'm not. It just feels impersonal and dump work. And then sometimes when you need guidance, you don't even get it. So I just wasn't a fan of it. But hey, to each his own. Do whatever you need to do. Please get paid for your internship. Don't do like me. Please get paid. Ask questions. This is something my professor told me. She said, Tammy, the reason why some people don't do well in grad school, they are afraid of asking questions. Your girl was asking questions left and right, texting my teacher. He was like, you're just such a good student. You're so smart. I said, Dr. Coke, your girl here is lost. It's not that I'm so smart. I'm just lost and I need guidance. And he was always there to help me. They love the student that asks questions. Don't sit there in the dark. You're paying too much money and it's going to be going too fast. Ask questions. The only dumb question is the one that wasn't asked. So ask your questions. I'm trying to think of something else. Maybe buddy up with somebody. I was fortunate to buddy up with a young lady and I told her, we gonna stick together. And we stuck together all the way through the end. And she ended up at a hospital, one of our top hospitals, as a social worker. And she is doing Alzheimer's. I think that's her specialty. But yeah, buddy up with somebody if you can. A positive person, of course. Trying to think. And learn all you can in your internship. Ask so many questions. Soak it up. Please get you some notebooks and take notes. I don't know why some younger people feel like they don't need to take notes. Well, you know that in college. I don't think I have to tell you that. Take notes. Take notes at your first job. Take notes everywhere you go. You can't get enough notes. I don't care if it's electronic. Just take some notes, please. Let me see. Do good on your internship because that's your grade. Don't go in there slacking. Do good. Some of this stuff you already know. I don't want to sound like your mom. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Be real proactive about finding a job. If you're near your graduation date, start, asking around and really getting a feel for what field or what type of job you want and the salary range. Get proactive. Don't wait till the last minute. If you graduate in May, start looking in March or so, February, March, so you can get an idea of what's going on. Because it may take a few months to really get that good job. Do not say, give me $45,000. You make them you get them a big range. I would like 50 through 65. I would like 50 through 70,000. Give them a range and make them meet you on the high end or in the middle. Don't say, I'll take that. I'll take 45,000. Don't lowball yourself. Please negotiate your salary. think that's it. I think that's it. And apply for scholarships if you're 18 through 39, please. I think that's it, you all. I can't think of much else. Okay, I hope that helps somebody. Oh, by the way, I am a licensed social worker, LSW, soon to be a licensed clinical social worker, starting my own practice, hopefully in under 90 days. That is my goal. Just waiting on once I get my license, I have to get paneled. I did mostly all the other steps are done, besides some little small things. Get my own website, take a new professional picture. My professional picture 10 years old. I think it's time to step it up. Even though I love that picture, but get something that really look like me now. And let me see. Yeah, that's my goals. Yeah, let's get it. If you want to be a social worker, let's get it. Illinois, we need you. We need you. Governor Pritzker backing you up. And yeah, the test is crazy. LCSW was easier than the LSW to me. So that's that. Yeah, that's about it. Drop me comments, like, subscribe. If I can assist you, if you have more questions, just hit me up. I would be glad to help you. And yeah, thank you, social workers. Thank you, nurses. Thank you, doctors, police, firemen, teachers, moms, dads, all of these important people that really make the world a better place. Whatever you do, you all important, not just our profession. All right, y'all. God bless you all. God keep you all. Thanks for listening. I know this one was a little long. Bye-bye.